Man today is confounded by the happenings of both his internal and external worlds. In order to successfully navigate these realms, one must start on his individual quest to answer the question of, who am I? Upon hearing this, one may begin to think within themselves, to decipher the truth behind such a preposition. But in fact, this question carries behind it the unresolved weight of many generations before you. It is safe to say that many among us today are in fact lost. Lost in the matrix, lost in their own personal illusions, among other things. Whatever the case, the state of the population displays a total disconnect from who we truly are. This phenomenon is very easily illustrated because it is made evident in how we treat our bodies, our homes, the planet, our own family and friends. I could go on and on with this list, but I trust the point has been made clear. The fruit is in the pudding, as people of my culture would traditionally say. Consequently, one can safely say that fear seems to be the underlying emotion driving our day-to-day actions and lifestyles. This fear in many ways has been orchestrated to find you, whether you are in a school as a child, at work, in an office, at church on a Sunday, or wherever. It has managed to creep into our everyday activities, which has further influenced how we socialize or interact internally within our own minds and externally among the broader society. This is of critical importance because fear denotes a very low state of energetic manifestation, and if it is that our baseline today is set from a fear-based reality, we must begin to seek a higher emotion from which to create a more harmonious reality within, internally, and without, externally. This, my friends, then becomes a choice that each and every one of us must face each and every day, where we either choose to succumb to a fear-based reality or choose to flourish in a reality based on love. In his book Letting Go, Dr. David Hawkins said, "We have the unconscious fantasy that fear is keeping us alive. This is because fear is associated with our whole set of survival mechanisms. We have the idea that if we were to let go of fear, our main defense mechanism, we would become vulnerable in some way. In reality, the truth is just the opposite. Fear is what blinds us to the real dangers of life. In fact, fear itself is the greatest danger that the human body faces. It is fear and guilt that bring about disease and failure in every area of our lives. If, as a race of people that is, the human race, we have chosen to identify with life from a fear-based reality, then we have truly missed the mark on understanding a deeper sense of purpose connected to who we are in this experience. If one is to truly answer the question of, who am I? Then it would most definitely stem from a reality or perception outside of the one predicated on fear. Usually, when someone asks who you are, a person will immediately think from the perspective of their personality. This, of course, is only natural based on how we typically relate to each other in the world today. But does answering such a question solely from a personality standpoint do us justice in providing a complete, holistic answer to that question? I do believe it is of crucial importance to understand the role of the personality in this reality, but I must also highlight the fact that the personality serves really as an interface, meaning it is the platform through which we interact with the external world based on accumulated memory stored in our subconscious minds, which automatically drives our actions, habits, and feelings. Neuroscientist and author Joe Dispenza has said the following: "Your personality creates your personal reality. Your personality is made up of how you think, how you act, and how you feel." Moreover, to better answer the question, Wayne Dyer, author and motivational speaker, said the following: "You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience." These thoughts carry very profound meanings if one is to truly explore their depths on an individual level. Firstly, in gaining clarity that we are not just simply a personality, but understanding that how our personalities are managed, with respect to our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, do in fact shape the external realities we experience on a day-to-day basis. Furthermore, recognizing that we are first and foremost spiritual beings, experiencing an earthly adventure with these physical bodies as our vehicles. Truly understanding this can only open our eyes to the fact that we do have a very important choice to make. each time we are blessed to wake up and take a breath of fresh air. A choice that denotes who we are, a choice that determines what thoughts, feelings and emotions we allow our bodies to experience. There's so much really when you begin to think individually about your own experience and how you have been relating to the world, in understanding that this relationship stems from what has been taking place within yourself. In contrast to the aforementioned premise, the common belief within society is that our lives are subject only to external factors, whether those be environmental, governmental, societal, familial and genetic, among other things. It therefore becomes very easy to get stuck in a loop, or in what may be described as the blame game, without completely understanding the higher purpose behind what is taking place within our individual lives. Not to mention the role we play in materializing specific realities we encounter. A lack of knowledge of who one is within this reality then makes it super easy to fall prey to this belief system. Through the pursuit of higher knowledge, man is able to overstand his reality from a more grounded perspective. Greater self-awareness through this pursuit serves to remove the veil from the illusory thought processes one may have had concerning the circumstances encountered throughout life. This is the science of the self that we must all undertake and research to truly be able to find the answer to the question of who am I? I can assure you that the answer is there and has always been there. So what will you choose, my friend? Or maybe the better question is, what reality will you choose? Let it be made clear that this presentation was not created to convince anyone of anything. Each being is responsible for finding the answers to his deeper spiritual inquiries. But understand that it is only when you are truly ready that the answers will be made clear, because all you need is always already there. It is just a matter of whether you have opened your eyes enough spiritually to see and perceive that which you seek. I extend my sincere love and gratitude to you always.